Alright there guys, welcome back to another video. Back at it again at Kennedy. Figured I'd come up here because I haven't vlogged in a while here, so it's been a little bit anyway. Nothing really new going on today. I gotta work I gotta work this afternoon. I gotta work 12 to 4. So I'm getting out a little bit before I go to work, so oh, no way. Fucking bathrooms are open here yet. When I vlogged at Pickle Park, I think it was a Sunday. Yeah, it was Sunday when I vlogged at Pickle Park. I wanted to go to the open air pavilion that they built over by the new splash pad, but I couldn't because there's people there, so I just was like, whatever, I'll just vlog at the pavilion. And I remember that I mentioned that I had to pee, not trying to be gross, but that I had to piss. Like I said, not trying to be gross. And the fucking bathrooms were locked. So only for sure around here that I knew of right away, the only ones that I knew for sure that were locked is fucking Dan's. I'm like, I don't even know if the bathrooms were locked here yet at Kennedy. I'm like, so now it's for sure fucking Farland and Dan's that are locked. Which I was down there yesterday when I vlogged. You guys seen it. And I didn't check the bathrooms then or not, so they might have just locked them for over the weekend maybe and whatever, so which the women's one over here is locked. I don't even have to pull on the door because I can see the dowel bolt in the gap here. So the women's one's for sure locked. So they're at least halfway locked here. And all that. So went to Fleet Farm with Mom and Dad last night to get dog food because that's where we get our dog food. Our dog food from is Fleet Farm. Yeah, they do sell dog food and all that. They do sell other pet supplies too. Water bottles, I found out last night, for like guinea pigs and rabbits, that style stuff and whatever. Cat food, some toys, cat toys and whatever. But and some dog toys, leashes, harnesses, collars, stuff like that too. So, and I wanted to get some more Carhartt t-shirts because I want to take all the cheap fucking t-shirts, because I'm wearing a Carhartt t-shirt right now. Not sponsored, just plugging a good brand. Because Carhartt, I've always loved Carhartt. When I fell in love with Carhartt, my dad had gotten an old coat from work. It was somebody else's coat, but he ended up taking it just for use there. For when he had to, because he's got a nice white and gray coat that he didn't want to get dirty. So that's why he took, had that coat just for use at work. For when he had to go deal with the docks and all that, for when he was in rentals yet. You can get that coat dirty instead of his nice coat. And he always brought it home, because it was an ex-employee's coat, but it only had the company logo on it yet, And then he brought it home, and I put it on to take the dogs out. It was in winter. I put it on to take the dogs out. I'm like, dude, I fucking want a Carhartt coat now. He's like, Dad's like, why? I said, because this thing is so fucking warm. I said, this thing is so fucking warm, and it's comfortable. Granted, yeah, it's heavy, but it's fucking warm. He's like, go fucking, I can bring you to Fleet Farm one day and buy one. Or, wherever, because I didn't know at the time if they sold Carhartt coats there. I always seen the logo, so I always knew they sold, like, some type of clothing. But I just don't know if they sold coats or not. Dumb motherfuckers riding on the wrong side of the road again. Fucking waiting across, going to get lunch one time. And I was waiting across at the driveway right before the parking lot for my work. And he gives me a fucking dirty ass look, and I, knowing me, I'm gonna mouth off. Because I'm cocky, I'll admit it. I said, you're giving me a dirty ass fucking look, and you're riding on the wrong side of the goddamn road. That's a safety issue. I understand you want to be seen, but I'm not the one hauling ass on an e-bike like a pussy. I have shit against e-bikes because I can't, if I bought an e-bike, there's a lot of places I would not be able to ride if I was good at mountain biking. I wouldn't be able to ride at Whistler if I went there. I wouldn't be able to ride at these big mountain bike parks and all that because they ban e-bikes. And that's only if I'm good, and I'm not. And I'm not trying to bash them because I'm friends with people that have e-bikes. I just don't fucking like them is because there's a big fucking crack going on them right now. A big crackdown going on about, going down on the e-bikes. If they go over 35 miles an hour, which almost all of them do, you're going to have a license for. Because there's some that you can do easily do 70. I said, yeah, that would be easy for some, but not all of them. It's like, I told Dad, I was talking to Papa about this yesterday. I went and hung out with him yesterday. We went out to Seminars, which is, all right, so if you guys are in the power sports world, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, snowmobiles, stuff like that. There's Seminars is one of those dealers for the power sports world. So you got Seminars, which is out in Luxembourg, Ken's, which is down in Kaukauna, Team Motorsports, which is in De Pere. I have one in the family, I just forget the name of it. My dad bought his Warrior from there. There's other ones in the state, but I'm not sure. The only ones that I know of is the one that I have in the family. One of my great cousins or whatever owns it. This is where my dad got his Warrior. And then you got Ken's, which, like I said, is down in Kaukauna. Obviously, I live in Wisconsin, but Ken's is down in Kaukauna. Team Motorsports is in De Pere. And Seminars is out in Luxembourg. So we go stop out at Seminars because Papa needed a carb rebuild kit because he was rebuilding a carburetor for an RM250, I think it was. So I ended up getting a sweatshirt from there. Because I told Dad I wanted to go look at the Carhartt shit. He's like, why? You got... I knew had a feeling he was going to say you have enough, which technically I do. He's not wrong. But I told him because I want to go look because I want to get, some more of the cheap Walmart t-shirts out of my closet And I want to use them for sleeping in only because they're starting to get old and dingy and, ugly for some. And plus, all the shirts I have for sleeping in are like skin fucking tight. I'm a bigger guy. He's like, well, you don't need Carhartts to sleep in. I said, I'm not going to be sleeping in these. I said, I'm not going to be sleeping in the Carhartts. I'm going to put the Carhartts in my closet to replace like 8 or 9 sweatshirts, 8 or 9, if not 10 t-shirts or whatever I get at the time to take the cheap ones out to sleep in. Because then I'm going to have the Carhartts for my everyday carry. Because I like having the pockets on my, up here, to hold my camera shit. So, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna end the video here, and I'm gonna ride around a little bit. I might go out to Quick Trip and get, a breakfast sandwich or something real quick, so I can at least eat something before work. So, but anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.